All right, so there you go. Gentlemen, let's get talking. The president says he will not leave office as a failure, according to the NSA. What comes to your mind? Let's begin with you. When you saw what played out in that particular meeting, I mean, do you see a very determined president who I believe has less than 2 years to go, willing and ready to live as a success and not a failure?
Thank you very much. You know, there are some fundamental questions that I ask myself as a concerned Nigerian when looking at or periscoping the issues that has to do with the policies, the programs and projects by any government, be it at the federal, state or local government level. These are the questions. Is it, or was the decision made in the national interest? That's the first. Is it for the common good? Will it foster peace, unity and justice? Then, is it of priority? And then, of course, what are the consequences? I am saying this because if our leaders are guided by these questions and they do things from the perspective of the national interest, not from narrow, ethnic, personal, selfish, sentimental, religious perspective, we will not be where we are today. Well, as far as Mr. President is concerned, I would say that this is somebody that contested 3 good times and came for the 4th time, even wept publicly, thought he would not come again. But as fate will have it, that golden opportunity was there, right in front of him, to write his name in gold. As a nationalist, as a Nigerian, as someone that is the father figure for the entire nation. Be you a Christian, Muslim, be you from the south or from the north. Are you saying Mr. President is not doing that right now? Just listen. I mean, because we are saying this because you are talking about security situation. Every one of them at the state or the federal level, when they are being sworn in, what do? They take the constitution, the ground norm, and they swear by it, and they say that I will stand by the ethics, by the dictates of the constitution, which will foster democracy or democratic principles. So, if you want me to judge Mr. President, he says he doesn't want to be seen as a failure by the time he'll be leaving. There will be so many, apart from security, there will be so many aspects of national life that will look at the economy, the debt profile. You look at the health sector, that he himself has to go outside the country to be treated. Are you talking about the political terrain? There are so many
let's allow Olusegun also to share his initial thoughts, because we have to manage that time because we have a lot to discuss on the show.
Yes. What did you come again? He's talking about the president is talking about
Mr. President says he doesn't want to leave as a failure.
Yes.
And he has also said he will make changes if necessary.
He has not given us, many Nigerians who are, in my perception, that room to believe that word. Now, he doesn't want to leave the country, as a failure in the lapses of security. When we look at it, by assessing the level of security lapses in the past, within his administration and present, there is a need for him to really look at what will be the narrative in the future.
Exactly.
All right. Yes. He should, because when we look at the past, you agree with me that there are many issues of banditry, even in his state of Katsina. Yes. There are even yesterday in Zamfara, banditry, they took possession of a lot of things, people being abducted, their rams and all. Yesterday as we're talking in Zamfara State. So that said, in just about 2 days ago or 3 days ago, 18 people were killed in a bus.
23 actually.
18, I think, or 23. So you don't want to leave office as a failure in security lapses will be justified by all these indices that is being thrown out.
Okay, yes, so I understand Engineer Dr. Kelani Mohammed joins us live from Abuja, the nation's capital. Is the publisher, Liberator N.ng, Director of Media Presidential Support Committee. He joins us live from the nation's capital. Engineer Kelani, I wonder how you are receiving or how you received Mr. President's speech or his thoughts that he's really determined not to leave office as a failure. Let me also ask, when you think about that meeting, the takeaways from that meeting, and the fact that Niger, Kaduna, Zamfara,
Northwest,
in Plateau State as well, very recently, these states have been flashpoints. Yes, Engineer Kelani, I need you to share your thoughts on this, please. Just go ahead, please. All right, it does appear that we seem to be having some audio hitches again. Engineer Kelani, stay with us. We'll check in with you very shortly and see if we can fix that as soon as possible. I do not know what is playing out there, but gentlemen, you know, these states have been on fire for quite some time. Niger and all of that. Very recently,
Northwest.
Okay, Northwest, Northeast. Very recently, the Katsina State governor, I understand, asked Nigerians to defend themselves, take up arms. I'm not sure our laws permit that we should carry arms just yet.
Even the Arewa Consultative Forum, they backed his decision. Then the what's it called, Pandef disagreed with him. You know, and other elders, Middle Belt disagreed, or I think Middle Belt supported him. But the question is, why must you take arm in this context? You know, where, you know, I told somebody yesterday, I said, if Mr. President can reform the Nigerian police, it will reflect on good governance of this country. There are many challenges of a management in the Nigerian police that the president must look inward. For you to get a good product, those that are producing that product must be healthy, must be satisfied in terms of what they need to move the country forward. The police, the housing aspect of the police is very bad. There was a time channels want to air it during the Jonathan regime. They had to stop it. If you visit there, is challenging. If you go to the police station today, there are many issues relating to corruption. And what is the corruption we are talking about? It is because it is being encouraged by the leaders of thought who knows what should be done, but they are not thinking of doing it. Recently, the president said he wants to, increase their salary. Till as we speak, nothing of such comes up. Now, all those things are metaphor to challenges of insecurity.
Yes. Okay.
And that is what is producing Amotekun today.
Okay.
If the police are if the police are sufficiently okay, we don't need all those things. Even if you are going to be needing them, that will be on a state level. Whether the state as a federal system depicts.
Okay. Let's maybe just briefly.
Let me say this, and with all sense of sincerity, we look at the situation as if we do not understand where we are coming from, and we do not even know where we are and where we are going to, or where we are heading to. Section 14, subsection 2B of the 1999 Constitution, as amended, clearly states it. The primary purpose of government is to guarantee security for every citizen and his property, and then of course provide welfare. And they swear by this oath before they get into office. Now there are some questions that you have to ask yourself. The humongous amount that one government after the other have channeled to fighting insecurity. Is it terrorism? Is it banditry? Is it armed robbery? Is it kidnapping and all the rest? Is there value for money? There's no value for money. I mean, and there's a lot of secrecy. There's a lot of discrepancy when it comes to the methods. You have what you call the motive and the methods. For instance, if you are fighting insecurity, you have to be holistic about it. I mean, and then he talks about the police. I want Mr. President, I'm using this forum to call on him with all sense of patriotism to change his mindset. Let's restructure this country called Nigeria. Yes. Until we restructure Nigeria, all these problems will keep on resurfacing, and then we have a bloated center that cannot take care of what it wants to take care of. If you have community police, you have the state police, all these issues that are recurring, they will be tackled, because if there is a sense of understanding, trust between the people and maybe the security watch at the neighborhood level, as well as coming to the state police and all the rest, some of these issues will be tackled right from the root, not at this level. But some people, just like late General Stanley Abacha said, that if insecurity persists for more than 48 hours, then the government must have a hand in it. Who are those who are benefiting over and over again in terms of money from the insecurity challenge that Nigeria has had? And look at the lives, irreplaceable lives, precious, priceless lives that are wasted every day.
All right.